Peace and wisdom, young pegs, and everyone else joining in. Wise Solace here. All praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom. Hopefully, y'all all in good spirits. I'm going to do this very deep video for you guys, mainly for the youth that's coming up. If you're under 18, I don't want to say if you're under 18. If you're between 18 and 25, so you're a part of a new generation of adults. And so you will be manipulated by adults that were already here for whatever agendas they have going. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. And so this is the same for those who are adults now, manipulating, the up and coming adults. They were in the same place. No one's taking account. And so we keep doing the same things to ourselves every generation. So I want to do this video for you guys. Funny of you that's young, maybe y'all can join together and do something better for yourselves than your elders. That's the best way I can say it. Because that's y'all problem. Meaning if you young, your only problem is your elders. People older than you. And that's the true reality. They let themselves get lost in life into their agendas and things. And so grasp. Some of y'all know that. Others of y'all get caught up in the moment. And so I want to do this very deep video. Can I get a sound check? I'm sorry. I suppose I'm clear. Nobody said anything. But I'll ask anyway. I know y'all get a little strange sometimes. Niggas will watch the whole video and then say later, like, Solace, there was no sound, brother. We was just watching. Peace and wisdom, Marcel Salvago. That's Marcel Salvago from Israel. Like I said, she's one of my main supporters. And so it's a deep thing, peace and wisdom. Always appreciate you tuning in. And everyone else that supports Brother Joshua Hall as well. He's another one. He like right up on Marcel Salvago's heels. Well, not really, but he's good. Peace and wisdom. Now, let's get to this deep content. Do you guys remember Sandra Bland? I'm not sure. Some of you guys are coming into the, I don't want to say the wisdom, but what y'all call consciousness. A lot of y'all are coming into that. The Black Power movements and all these things. This is what y'all refer to as wisdom. Now, if you're young and you're just now, coming of age and you like, I want to start to look into things, concerning my people. So you may not know about Sandra Bland. The point I'm making is this. Sandra Bland was a young woman, maybe 4 or 5, might even be 6 years ago now, maybe even 7. I don't remember. Sandra Bland died before I came teaching, but I was around, meaning I wasn't on YouTube, but I was on Facebook. I was around, but I don't know what all this is at that time. So I'm just like, yes, this is weird online. Now, the point I'm making is this. Maybe 6, 7 years ago, Sandra Bland died. Or she was killed. No one knows. She was basically pulled over by an officer, arrested, and then died in police custody. And so, of course, this was a big thing. This was like your George Floyd thing, but 7 years ago. So this is like every 6-month thing since then, before then. If you young, this has been happening every 6 months. So she's George Floyd before George Floyd. Now, the point I'm making is this. When she died, there was a big uproar and things like that. But no one truly mentions her anymore. You get my point? Now, the point I'm making is this. All the activists and current teachers that y'all see now A lot of them exploited her death to get notoriety for theyself. And so you see my point? Y'all oppressing each other. Y'all exploiting one another's death. Meaning activists just exploit the death of their own to bring notoriety to themselves, to try and turn that into some money. And so I know if you're an activist, you say, no, we fighting to get these people, money in court and things. But this is only, for their cut. Meaning ain't nobody fighting for nobody oppressions for nothing. You get my point? Everybody has an agenda behind what they do in today's times, and this is why we're not getting any results. This one of them truths that ain't nobody gonna want to say because everybody tied into something where they're benefiting off the foolishness. They can't see past the foolishness that these things is truly my limit and I can do more for myself if I don't get tied down. And so the point I'm making is this. I did a video a few days ago where I was saying, Fred Hampton adopted the oppressions that his ancestors went through. But he didn't necessarily go through those oppressions himself. But he adopted the ideals of the oppressions of those from before him. In that, he caused himself to get killed and all those that followed him. He believed he was doing a good thing, never looking at it from that perspective. I don't have the same oppressions as my ancestors. I have a little more, to work with. In that, I don't have to fight things in that way. The point I'm making is this. Sandra Bland's a result of that. Meaning, she's a young woman of today's times, took on the oppressions of her ancestors, as y'all all doing today, and it led to her dying. Because when the officer pulled her over, he didn't come at her crooked. She was aggressive. But she was only aggressive because of the perspective white people are oppressive to us. You get it? Meaning she took, I don't want to say ideals because these is real facts, meaning black people were oppressed in the past. Bad. Nothing like we go through today. Meaning y'all are not walking down the street getting hosed by the fire department. You get my point? Y'all are not getting told, like, get your ass to the back of the bus, nigga. Y'all are not called nigger publicly. You get my point? I don't want to say that. Some people still are. But for the majority of us, ain't nobody coming out just calling you a nigga in broad daylight where people can see them. So the point I'm making is our ancestors, they had different oppressions than we have. When we retell these stories generation after generation, we pass down that oppressive mindset, meaning we pass down that anger, pain, and hurt. We start to view our current day oppressions as severe as the past. In that, we recreate the situations. Meaning, black people are going through the same things they went through in the past, but they have more opportunity now, which just don't make no sense. The reason it don't make no sense is because they're recreating the problems of old in a time where they don't have those oppressions anymore. Trying to get y'all to see something real deep. But like I said, a lot of y'all are tied into y'all agendas. And so y'all not going to see past the point. Meaning, we were oppressed and slaved out. Now it's just stuck in y'all mind. Meaning y'all are still moving on slave mind. Oppressed mind, even if there is no oppressions. This is why President Obama can become president and we still get no results in life. You will figure, if we so oppressed, how come we the only nationality besides the white one that can say we had a president over America? No other nationality can say that. You can say Obama's half white. Cool. There's half white, half Chinese people. There's half white, half Haitians. There's only one nationality besides the whites that has been president over America. This being the blacks. Meaning, if you're looking at things from that perspective, blacks are right beneath whites in terms of status. Otherwise, you telling me they couldn't find a Chinese person to be president? An Indian? You got hella races here. They couldn't pick none of them. They skipped straight to the lowest race you could think of. And so the point I'm trying to get y'all to see is our race have been given so much power, we lost, meaning we dropping the ball. And that's just the reality that we got to come to at some point. Meaning y'all stuck in the blame game. This person did that. Ain't nobody doing nothing to us at this point. We creating these situations. We carrying over things from the past into now. And like I said, when you carry the past into the future, you're gonna get the same results. And so our young are dying like it's 1950, 1960, and they got more opportunity than people from my day had. And so y'all have to grasp, y'all are killing yourselves out here for nothing. Meaning if you an activist, all these other, y'all got the same shit from the past. Y'all got to start to look at these things. Y'all running around saying black power. This is shit that was said during motherfucking KKK days, where you had the white supremacists running around all day screaming white power, white power. You get it? And so blacks countered that. You don't hear white people running around saying that too much now, even if they feel that way. You get my point? And so we still running, you get it? Y'all got the grass. Y'all fighting imaginary wars. That's why y'all ain't getting no results. You can't get results from fake stuff. You can't get results from fake wars and fake beefs and fake problems. You just afflict yourself. And so a lot of you guys, if you're young, you lost into all this nationality stuff. Like I tell y'all, nationality's a lie. It's something that the colonizers brought here to separate the minds of the people, have y'all going against each other. That's what Babylon's about. That's why y'all compete about everything, even y'all life. Babylon's the cancel out game. Meaning y'all gonna cancel each other out for Babylon's sake. And that y'all ain't never gonna work together because y'all too busy competing with one another. But y'all not competing with the powers. Meaning y'all have the lesser mind. You get my point? The workers will compete with each other, but they won't compete with the boss. That part. And so kind of grasp. Peace and wisdom, King Indigo. Can y'all stop trying to talk so smart? Y'all don't make sense when y'all do it. This shit is like annoying, especially when I'm trying to say something deep. King Indigo, I'm talking to you, champ. Stop, make sense when you talk. I'm gonna get to your first question, then you gotta get your second one together. He said the Chinese ruled over dynasties in Egypt. So where did they lose their grip in having their own in the upper echelons of government? Huh? Somebody explain to this fool who Chinese is in this world, cause he's like retarded. I guess he don't know. But somebody, when you get a chance, explain to him that China got power, and so whatever he talking about, this upper echelon, they that. And so somebody explain to this stupid fool. No disrespect, brother, but you stupid. No, don't interfere me when I'm doing deep things. Salam, shalom. Sorry, I'm just saying sorry in advance because I know you're gonna get mad. But nigga, get it together. Like I said, you got to earn your right in America to not be called a nigga. Y'all got it wrong. This is the land of slavery, nigga. And so you got to get your mind on a level to where a nigga say like, nah, he not no nigga. That part. Other than that, everybody in this bitch is a nigga. You better know that. Y'all groomed in the mind to be niggas. I ain't talking to black people. I'm talking to all of y'all. Y'all all niggas in y'all category. You know? Good monkeys. And so you got to earn the right in this bitch to not be called a nigga. Meaning you got to put that mind to work where a nigga feels stupid calling you one. That part. You ever seen somebody where you like, nah, that motherfucker too real? I don't even feel right saying he fake, cause everybody gonna be like, nah, you tripping, dude, gangs. You get it? Like that. You got to be like that. Where they like, nah, that nigga ain't no goddamn nigga. His mind too good for that. And so, use that as your compass. Meaning, it's how you gonna build up worth for yourself. If you look at things for what they is, you a nigga in this life until you show people otherwise. And the only way you gonna show them otherwise is when you get your mind to a level. If you look at it like, no, I ain't no nigga, period, well, you gonna be a nigga. Cause you ain't got no standard for yourself. Whatever you do and however you are, you just ain't no nigga. And so that's not good enough. And so I'll say, yeah, you niggas is all niggas until y'all learn the right not to be. And so grass. Bracket, I like you, bro. You stupid. He said he got Google. Ain't nobody got to tell him nothing. Like I said, a lot of y'all are young. Y'all get lost in these agendas. You got the fake Pan-African agenda. They think I got a problem with them. They can't see the effects they doing to y'all brain, though. Meaning y'all reaching to make everything African. Y'all ain't even African. But y'all reaching for that. And so when a man explain to you that ancient Egypt, these be the ancestors of what y'all know as Chinese people. So then you gotta avoid all the truth just to like make your point. Y'all say ancient Nubia was black people. There's no place you ever heard of in life that white colonizers didn't come to and colonize that place. Period. And so whatever status and orders of that place you know of that's so great, whether of old or new, it started with white people. There's a system in life. Meaning when Christopher Columbus brought his ass here to America, he came from a civilized nation. He a part of a system. Period. And so I don't care who you talking about, even if they skin was black and they colonized somewhere. They coming from a developed land and they got white people over them. Period. Even if in today's time. And so you got to always know that. You can reach back all the way into the beginnings of time and say, hey, ancient Nubia was black. No, it wasn't. Lest you would have never heard of no ancient Nubia. You go set up a city right now, and it ain't got nothing to do with the powers that be. We ain't gonna never hear about your city either. That part. And so y'all better get real in this life. Peace and wisdom. Now I want to take a quick minute to stop and thank whoever gave the give and receive. I appreciate that. You know, I be giving y'all that heavy wisdom. It be disturbing a lot of people. I might get some slack in this life. But telling y'all that real stuff, but somebody got to. And so, give back when you can. You know, I might get a black eye, some shit behind that. Nigga might read up on me, try to give me a black eye, some shit behind this shit, like this real life. So I don't want y'all to never overlook that. I ain't got bodyguards. All I got is my fingers and me. And so I try to keep my shit as together as I can. You know, maybe I knock 3-4 niggas out, but if an army come, if an army comes, so Silas done for. You did get my last words out, but and so make sure y'all give back. Some of y'all strap the fuck up and come stand behind me, blood. Real shit. It is deep, but in the meanwhile, I got it. Don Wu said Pan-Africans make me feel like I'm property because they're moving on the same ideals as the white mind. They call themselves Africans. This is a white word, meaning you have all those places over there in that area of life. Colonizers came, they started taking claim of all of them, and so they labeled them all under one name, Africa. You get it? And so now they move like whites, meaning if y'all have a different opinion than somebody in the African community, the Pan-African community, they'll shoot you down worse than anybody. They'll show you the true colors about you instantly. But it's supposed to be more than, meaning it ain't supposed to be about us all having the same brain. It's about us all having the same goal in mind and working towards fulfilling that goal. Once the goal is fulfilled, you get it? It's not about people controlling people's brains. That's the cult. You think however you want in this life. When there's a goal to be accomplished, we come together, we fulfill that goal, like work. You know, white nigga at work, Chinese nigga at work, black nigga at work, y'all all come together to fulfill the job and y'all go home. Y'all don't be sitting around concerned with who believe in this and that. And so we gotta learn that. Meaning, the Pan-African community ain't got no goal. And so y'all not working towards nothing. In that, it leaves room for control. Being as though all y'all doing is talking. I'm gonna say again, I'm not saying nothing to tear down the conscious community. Hopefully this give y'all some merit to say, you know what? It's a bunch of us. Why don't we all just put in the fucking dollar? And gotta learn how this work. See, when I sell my magazines for $1, being as though I own it, I can do what the fuck I want. And so I got 12,000 subscribers. Once my magazine got dropped to $1, how many out of them 12,000 subscribers you think gonna buy the magazine? Some of y'all say maybe 1,000. Some of y'all say shit, maybe 8,000. So whatever number you could think of, that's what I made in a week. While the niggas with the 200, 300,000 subscribers are still waiting on their monthly YouTube check, that's going to equal the same of what I made in a week. That part. Meaning y'all got to get on the level, blood. Y'all got shit all fucked up out here. Y'all kissing ass following niggas that's stringing you along. A real nigga gonna tell you like I just did. Blood, this how you get money. All you got to do is be solid with me, man. Hold me down. You hear nigga talking out of pocket, man. Make sure you put me on the horn. You ain't got to fight my battles and none of that. You ain't got to do nothing but be solid. You got some opportunity or something you hear, let me know. So I can apply it the same way. And that's it. Y'all be waiting for opportunities and deals and people to make y'all slaves. Then they come and tell you what to say. Say, oh, this brother that's a part of our little thing having an issue in the media. We need all of y'all to go speak, you know, and balance out the hate. You know that Meek Mill thing. Meek Mill getting hate. And so everybody that's down with Rock Nation, they gonna come and speak in his defense to balance it out. Kind of use their notoriety and power to sway the minds. And so this is what I'm saying. Y'all in mind game shit. But it's affecting y'all when y'all play these mind games. Because y'all missing the big perspective. And so it's about becoming aware of, you know, the sorceries people put on you. Meaning the games people play on your mind. It's about you becoming privy to that. Not sitting around on dumb following niggas all the time. That's why I tell y'all don't be followers, man. A leader, a king, a leader, only this kind of fool thinks a follower has worth. But it's only because he don't. So he'll never get. If I got all kings walking with me, so I got shit over here, over there, over there, over there. Wherever they hold dominion at, I do too. Because we together. He think if he got a whole bunch of lesser motherfuckers that can just follow him around, make him something. It don't. It make you a nigga with burdens. You responsible for all them knuckleheads. And so, y'all got the grass. That's why I be trying to get y'all minds on a level so we can come together. We can't come together if y'all dumb. That's a waste. Y'all gonna be looking for a leader amongst the pack. It ain't about that. That's how you become a slave in the brain. That's how you be a part of something talking about, man, I feel like people trying to control my mind. That's a matter of that. And so be mindful. I'm looking to see if I missed. And so when y'all out here, man, if you young, you pay attention to that. You got a lot of older people, they gonna try to recruit you into this thing, that thing, and you just gonna be a number in that thing. A pawn, a mouthpiece, damaged goods. And so learn to come into yourself. It's not about following and being a bozo and all that weird stuff. And so pay attention to these things. People gonna tell you otherwise, but so you're gonna be a slave till you feel like you don't want to no more. That's how life works. Meaning it's gonna be what it be for you. The person that's a follower, they could be the leader, but so they want to be a follower right now. And they're going to be that until they come to the realization that the only difference between them and the leader is that they put in the work and he put in the mouth. That part. That's how y'all move today. It wasn't like that in the past. Meaning in today times, y'all leaders and y'all rulers, they don't hold no merit. They didn't ever did nothing. Y'all do everything. In the past, the gang leader did the most shit. That's why he was the gang leader. He was the most desperate to go do shit. In today times, y'all think a boss and the leader is the nigga that give the orders, but that make you weak. You still gotta do work. And so, grasp what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say this too if you young. When you hear dudes in today times say, ask about me if you want to know if I'm real. You get it? You may hear somebody say, I'm real. I have a conversation in any way. And they might say, like, you can ask people about me. I want you to be clear. They're telling you to go gossip about them as opposed to you just testing them out for your own self to see. You get my point? Meaning if I tell you, hey, go ask around if I'm real, I'm basically telling you, don't test me. You don't need to. Just go ask other people. They can co-sign forward. And so you get my point? This is how y'all living in the daytimes. And so this is how y'all got all fluky shit going on. I'll give it to you simple. If the way to see who is real is by going to ask other people, then who is actually getting tested on their realness? If all y'all doing is asking who's real. Think on that. That's how y'all determine who real or not. Y'all say, let me go ask other niggas like niggas don't be jealous out here and half of bozos they self. That part. And so, what sense that make? Meaning, if the way to know who real in today times is by asking, then who is really being tested on realness besides just talk? None of y'all. That part. And so you see how y'all live? Y'all letting the cowards take control. Because that's a coward thing. A real person to say, yeah, you're right. However it is, it wouldn't matter. You get it? I could test niggas. I wouldn't care. Niggas can test me. I don't mind. But a coward don't want you to test him. And so those his ideals. Meaning when you hear dumb shit like that, that means you got cowards running the game all life now. And their ideals is being seeped into y'all. And so this is why y'all will go gossip to see if somebody real. Meaning y'all will go ask other people. That's categorized as gossip. You can't get real results from coward shit. How you gonna find out who real by gossiping? Gossiping being some girl shit. That part. And so in the daytimes y'all being groomed into being weak and cowardly. It's in y'all nature. Y'all fight y'all battles by talking and trying to gather up enough people to talk with you. But talk don't change reality. Meaning if a person is real, you can say they the opposite of what they are all you want. It's not going to make them what they not. It's just going to make you feel comfortable in your brain. Meaning you just playing games with yourself. And so if you young, pay attention to these things because this is how y'all dying. Y'all got older cowards manipulating y'all brain. If you hear somebody talking about somebody, that's your first sign right there. They trying to manipulate your mind to fight their battles or be their word mouth. When I was growing up, elders always told you these things. Meaning in today's times, y'all have no elders schooling y'all on how the tricks in life work. You get my point? When I was growing up, that's the first shit you was schooled on. Don't be following the crowd, man, you know? Motherfuckers gonna try to use you out here. You have your own mind. You pay attention. Y'all don't hear nothing like that no more. Y'all just go out into life, and whatever seems like what, that's what y'all flow with. And so, I'm not saying y'all can't live like that, but be mindful. Because y'all not getting no good results. You get my point? My thing is progress. Everybody got the progress. If ain't no progress happening, the fuck are we doing? And so be mindful. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. It's a deep thing. Now, I want to get into something a little realer. But before I do, I want to say this. If you young, you have real dudes that know everything I'm saying. But they're co-signing fake dudes because the fake dude may have an opportunity or money. And so this is how y'all getting confused. Meaning real dudes are responsible for all the fuck shit you seeing. And so I'm not even sure if I can say they real dudes. But this is what you getting. You getting real dudes from the past becoming groomed into suckers because of that. They reaching for opportunity and all the suckers got it. Or they got a bag and they trying to position themselves to get it. Meaning dudes is co-signing suckers for maybe I can get something. You want an example? 6ix9ine. He had Shotty and all them real gang members co-signing him because he had opportunity in a bag. And so now you got to think, how many other motherfuckers is like that? This shit go deeper than 6ix9ine. Meaning when you see a whole group of niggas, now you got to say how many out the group actually just the bozo. That part. So we knew this when we was younger. Meaning when I was growing up, what made you was a gangster. Meaning the gangsters dudes back in the day was the dudes that always did shit alone. You be like, that nigga cold. That nigga psycho. All the gangster niggas in the set was the niggas that popped the fuck off Dolo. They'd pull up to the out block Dolo and air that shit out. Get shot the fuck up they self, but that's how they move. They like, ain't nobody telling on me, blood. I do whatever I do alone. I was raised like that. Whatever I do by my motherfucking self, blood. I don't care. When I had to bang out with the Latin Kings, it's about 20 of them and just me. I'm alone. I don't roll around with a whole bunch of niggas. That's how you get seen. You get my point? So I was raised like that. If you out here doing dirt, you move by yourself and you kind of keep your eyes open. If you moving with 50 niggas, you gonna get seen. All them 50 niggas ain't real. You can't possibly think that. What man in this life got time to find 50 of the realest niggas in his neighborhood? That part. You gotta wait till they get tested and go through different experiences. That take too long. And so you gotta know, man, at least 40 out the 50 ass. Maybe 10 a little solid. And so you got to grasp. When I was growing up, all them old school gangsters, they were solo movers. But that's how you knew they was real, because you like, nah, the nigga moved dolo. He would pull up and get the fire and like, you get it? When you see dudes huddled up, so you like, man, they suckers. That was just the mindset in the past. You niggas a fucking sucker. Real nigga don't have to roll with a crew because wherever he going, everybody already know him. The fuck I need to roll with bags for? Got me when I get over here, they got me. When I go over here, I don't need to go with a crew. When I go to Atlanta, I don't have to go with nobody. I already know hella motherfuckers in Atlanta. You get my point? And so, grass, y'all moving wrong in today's times. Meaning, if y'all was real in today's times, it'll save you all that money you paying on your crew going with you, because you be real everywhere you go. Think on that. If you real where you from, this is not a matter of gossip, but this is just a matter of you fucking real. Period. Wherever you go, it's gonna be like that. Word of mouth ain't gonna save you. Pop Smoke was real, right? By word of mouth. I'm not saying he wasn't real. I don't want nobody that lost him to think this is an insult to him. I'm making a point. By word of mouth, Pop Smoke was real, but that didn't save him. That part. And so the only thing gonna save you in his life is your own fucking self. When you real, you know how to move. Ain't no room for mistakes because you done already been through them. So you know, like, hell nah. Ain't got no room for no fuck up. And so grasp, real is action. It's not talk. It's not a cosign. It's how a nigga speak, move. When you look in his eyes, you see how a nigga eyes look. Then you know, like, nah, he real from the way he move. I apologize, y'all. Disrespectful? I'm sorry. Just gonna call a nigga like that, right? Mid live, right? Now, you know, I could have put my phone on silent, so it's my fault, but I'm real, so I blame other people. Just gonna call me right in my live. You ain't know. Nah, I'm just playing. Roll solo from the state. I'm not saying you can't have friends and know a lot of people. I'm saying, like, you have to be your own man. That is still something. Y'all starting to think y'all manhood is dependent on how many niggas you know. That don't mean nothing. Especially when y'all be knowing half the niggas y'all hang with ass. And so, man got to get real with himself. Meaning back in the day, there was real OGs, man. You might have been a number man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie. My OG was a loan shark nigga. I don't want to say the nigga name and call him out like that. He probably like 60 now. OG nigga from uptown. All these niggas rolled dolo. They wasn't trying to split nothing with nobody or nothing. That was their model. Got to be real. So I can move by myself out here. I ain't got to be splitting my spoils with nobody. So everything in life back in the day was real. Meaning brothers had rent, niggas had shit to do. Y'all like kids in the daytimes, y'all playing. Back in the day, Nick he said right on. Niggas had kids, blood. They like, nah, listen, man. I got too many fucking friends. I gotta get rid of some of these niggas. I'm gonna be broke. And so grass, nigga moved by himself back in the day. He said, I just make sure I'm a little extra realer, cause being pussy costs you. Like they say, a cow would die 1,000 deaths. That's not a joke. You got to be real. And so, hopefully y'all grasp and know how to move in a room full of vultures. There you go, Chin. I've been doing good on the juice, man, but I'm sorry. I need it. A lot of y'all be laughing. Y'all don't know I'm addicted to juice. You can become addicted to anything. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. Be cautious what you indulge into. If I don't drink juice, I start feeling fucking weird. But it's only because I'm addicted to it. I know that sounds stupid to a lot of y'all. Y'all like, shut up, nigga. You can't get addicted to juice. You can get addicted to anything. Then your life be like watering for it. And so it's deep. But if you young, just pay attention to what I'm saying, man. The way to know if somebody is real is by you. Meaning if you think the way to know somebody is real is by asking others, then you trust others more than your own goddamn brain. I don't trust no nigga's perspective over mine. My man could tell me, hey, he real. Okay. So you say. But I don't know him. And so if he ain't real, that shit. Y'all seen that in movies where dudes would be like, no, that's my man. And the nigga be like, well, if he ain't real like what you say, you gonna get fucking killed. That's how it was in the past. Don't nobody give a fuck what you say. He better be what you say to me, or it's on you. Because you brought him over here talking about he real. In the daytimes, a nigga tell y'all somebody real, y'all like, okay, my man said he was real. If your man was real, he wouldn't have said nothing to you. Because that's gossip. Man don't talk about no other nigga. Say, if he real Silas, I don't know, motherfucker, ask me about me. Go ask that nigga about his own self. You trying to fuck him or something? So this is answers you get from real niggas, like real OGs. Don't ask me about no next man. What I look like, the bitch out here fucking niggas? That's how a man gonna take it. Period. And so, kind of grasp, it's a deep thing. You know, I don't tell y'all no lies. I know y'all got a lot of people going with the goofy stuff. People have to justify their thing. So, I mean, y'all see a lot of popular people measuring up to the things I'm saying. And so they might have to justify their shit, but real is real. Meaning ain't nothing fixed in life. A real person can make a little mistake, get caught up in a moment, but that's what's gonna make them real. You get it? Ain't got no problem. Say, yeah, you right. I wasn't thinking right that day, but it ain't no thing. You get it? Life ain't no movie. It's just real. That's what make you real when you true with yourself, not some bozo trying to be some movie character. That part. And so, if you young, grasp. Y'all laughing and shit, man. Now, where was I at? I wanted to go into something deep. If you young, I'm not sure if y'all learning this. I know y'all learning that y'all need to get hella bread and all this shit. You got true wealth. This is the green land and the resources on it. So you have like oil. This is what's used for like gas, heat, all kind of things. You have oil, you have metals, trees, vegetation. Basically, you have all you need there to make the fabrics that y'all buy for clothes. Meaning you have your fabrics there in the land. You just have to know which resources, whether this tree, this plant, and how to make it into fabric. You get it? Same with the metals. You just have to know how to smelt them, meaning melt them down, and make them in any shape you want. Use them for electricity, whatever. You get my point? Meaning all the things y'all buy out the store, they come from the land and the resources on it. And the knowledge of knowing what resources is what product in the store. Meaning if you go to Home Depot and you buy 10 pack of 2x4s, that come from a tree. Depending on the wood, depending on the tree. You got different kind of trees, so you got different kinds of wood. You get my point? And so the true wealth is in the resources in the land, meaning this is your real money. Y'all using the money to buy resources. Of course, these resources is watered down now, but y'all trading the money in for the resources. And so the true wealth is the green land, not the green paper that y'all hold. You get it? That green paper was made out of them resources as well, meaning we being tricked into a game. The resources are being taken by the powers and being replaced with money, like the Monopoly game. You get a bank loan, then you buy, you get it? You buy stuff and end up in jail. But the point I'm making is the money y'all see is a representation of y'all slavery. It's a symbol of that. Meaning whenever you see paper money, you're dealing with a slave system. This being a matter of all the resources in the land being controlled and paper replacing it. And so the people, if they need things, they need the paper. It's like a game. You live on the land where the resources is growing, but don't touch those. Get money, go to the store, and buy it there. You don't need to know the wisdom of what plant makes cotton. Of course, y'all know cotton plant. You get my point? But we don't really got access to nothing no more. All the resources been removed, as I said. Y'all got concrete everywhere. And so that part. Peyote cactuses, you know, your hallucinogenics, y'all have no access to these things. Y'all not allowed to go in the forest and chop down a tree. And so that's what I'm trying to get y'all to grasp. Kings and leaders and rulers, they don't have money. That's a game. They got the land and the resources and the ownership of it, the control of it. There you go. They even make money out of cotton. They make money out of trees, man. Make money out of anything they fucking want. Any resource they pick. We talking money, we talking coins, all kind of things. But the point I'm making is the money is just replacing what has true value, which is the stuff y'all buying. Meaning you don't know what plant, what resource makes fabric, what resources make dyes, so you can dye that fabric. You don't have knowledge of how to sew a dope ass leather coat that you would buy in the store with these fabrics. But in the past you would have. You get it? Before the Babylon was instilled into place, that being the system in order, well, every person would have known those things. How to sew a garment, how to grow some food. This would have just been common know-how. Meaning y'all not going to school to learn what fabrics, what resources make what fabrics. What what plants are good for dyes. Y'all not learning how to chop down a tree and cut the wood from it and build. Whether it be a couch, a house, whatever. Y'all not being taught how to smelt metal and, you know, get lights for your place in these things. We not learning none of that in school. We learning how to count paper and slave for it. Whether it be a sit down slaving job or a standing up working hard slaving job. Mind you, the only work man supposed to do is for himself. You want a coat? Take your ass in the land, get the resources, and put it together. You get it? The same way y'all work 8 hours for your boss so you can get paper, you could have put that 8 hours into working for your own self or whatever it is that you wanted. You get my point? That part. But y'all can't do that. It's not allowed in Babylon. And so this is why I tell y'all need land. Why? So you can have access to resources. Now the best land is land that ain't been touched. Ain't too much of that left, but you do got a lot. Meaning in New York, right? Right over there in the Hudson River by the Bronx. I think that's the Hudson River. Right there by the Bronx. Meaning if you standing on the Bronx and you looking right in the river, you'll see like a little island. Probably like a 3-minute boat ride. Meaning it's right close. That's Brothers Island. That shit been abandoned since 1950. It's nothing but vegetation and animals running around over there. That part. It's owned by the city. They bought the shit for $70. And so this is what I'm talking about. Black people are not using a little bit of power and connections they have to get things like that. It's worthless to us. You got wealthy people that's black. They don't have a mind to say like, yo, Jay-Z don't have a mind to say, yo, let me get that. You think Jay-Z, all the money he got, he a high commodity of New York City. You think they wouldn't give him Brothers fucking Island? That part. Kevin Hart got Meek Mill out of fucking jail. You think they won't give this nigga Brothers fucking Island? Some shit they don't even use and have no plans on using? That part. And got hella lands just sitting around, unclaimed. Some are claimed, not being used, but you have lands that ain't even claimed. You still got indigenous people running around there butt naked. It's like the past there. And so, black people have to learn that. I don't want to just say black people because this channel ain't for that. Like, I'm done with black people. Meaning, if you somebody that acknowledges a nationality, I'm done with you. You a monkey. But I'm speaking to people. Meaning, I don't care what nationality you are. That's some shit they put on our brain, sorcery. It's like supermarket shit. The apples go over here and the cranberries go over there. Y'all all in different categories. Mind you, we people. What the fuck is they talking about? That's made up. That part. And so, it take a while for people's minds to get, drawn out of these ideals that's put on them. Sorcery. And so, kind of grasp. We have to get the land. Or y'all gonna be slaving for money. When y'all slave for the money, it makes y'all put y'all morals aside. That part. A lot of y'all too Babylon monkeyed out to even get the point. Like, what am I gonna do with land instead of money? Everything you buy with money is a resource from the land. Whether you're talking a leather coat, a pair of jeans, those Jordans, whatever you could think of. And if you had access to the resources and the practice and experience of knowing how to do these things, because the people working in the warehouses sewing up these clothes y'all buy, they not the best sewers. You get my point? It's just any nigga that can sew. It's just like mass rate production. You don't have to be the best, just get this shit done. And so y'all clothes don't be of the best quality. You get my point? Now imagine if you was really good at this shit. You can make your own shit better than what you could possibly buy. The apple you grow out the ground is gonna always be better than the one you buy in the supermarket. They don't even taste the same. In New York, when the fall coming, the season, fall, you can go upstate New York, so you still have many apple trees up there. They're just growing year after year on their own. And so we go up there. Usually when you in school, the school will take you up there. And we get to pick fresh apples. Those apples don't taste shit like an apple from the supermarket. For one, they hella softer. Like, way softer. I don't mean soft where you squeeze it and it just smash up. But when you bite, you know in the city, you buy apple from the supermarket and your teeth ain't, if you ain't got young 8-year-old teeth, man, shit, like, damn, I don't want to bite into the apple too hard. My goddamn teeth might break. This shit soft. You just bite into it. It's so juicy. It tastes like apple cider. I don't know what apple cider tastes like from the store. But back in the day when we used to buy hot apple cider, or someone would make it, the apples taste like that. Like you ever had like apple pie before they put it in the pie and it's just warmed up? The apples taste like that, but just cold. Or like whatever the room temperature is, or outside temperature. And so the point I'm making is any apple you grow gonna taste better than any apple you ever gonna buy. Anything you do, that's just the reality of it. Meaning, the resource from the land gonna always be better. We like to lie to ourselves and pretend like it ain't gonna be, but that's the reality of it. And so y'all need to focus on that. Someone said tomatoes used to squash when you throw them, now they bounce. Yeah, that's because of the machines they use, meaning people move slower than machines. But machines don't have feelings. So they have to GMO the seed so that when the tomatoes grow and the machines are picking them, they not squashing tomatoes. Because like I said, machines don't have feelings. So the machine's just gonna grab the shit. If it squash, it squash. And so yeah, back in the day, tomatoes was like real squishy. This is why you may see like old commercials and comics get like tomatoes thrown at them and the shit turn to ketchup all on their face. Cause that's how soft tomatoes was. I mean, you could hit somebody with a tomato and they be wetter than motherfucker. Look like somebody threw ketchup on them or hot sauce. In today times, like you said, you throw a tomato at somebody, it's going to bounce off them and hit the floor. So you kind of got the grass. Y'all dealing with top level GMO shit. Meaning, y'all eating death. And so kind of grass. Teach y'all young about the land and the getting of that. This is a matter of coming together. I'm not telling y'all to do, like I said, y'all can always get one-on-ones on the topic, but get land, learn to work together. And so they got y'all separate. Man can't do nothing separate, meaning they got y'all competing with one another, and that we don't come together and work together and get things done. And so y'all like jealous filled and envy filled, and it's because y'all waiting to get put on. And so you better learn how to put yourself on. Like I said, I own all my shit. A lot of dudes don't own they books, meaning I pay for my own copyrights. I pay for my own publishing and all that. And so if I want to sell my books for $1, I can. The next dude can. You got to call a publishing company and they gonna say no. That part. And so he just shortchanging himself. Because think of a dude that got 200,000 subscribers. Whatever he decide to sell for $1, you telling me he not gonna at least make 100,000? It's only $1. That part. Now look at every nigga you know that got 200,000 subscribers. And so you can see for yourself how dumb y'all have become in today's times. Because y'all waiting to get put on. Who the fuck sitting around teaching y'all that stupid shit? It's like I told y'all in the prior video. My subscribers is my customers. And so all I gotta do is make sure I got good product. That part. Y'all got a whole bunch of subscribers just to say, look, That part. And so, y'all niggas better learn, get a clue. Stop following all these bozos that got opportunity and follow real dudes that got wisdom and gonna give you the jewels. Otherwise, you just a stupid nigga. You gonna be following the clown. He gonna be leading you on to keep you close. Cause the moment you leave away from him, well, he a coward. And so he needs you. And so he ain't never gonna tell you nothing real for yourself because you gonna go about your business. That part. A real dude gonna tell you real shit because he don't need you. Just be real wherever you go. And you know me and I know you, so that's how that works. So y'all need to learn the old ways. It will help y'all make it through. Meaning I don't be lacking. That's real talk. But I ain't working for nobody. And so grasp. I don't got a bunch of goons behind me that I got the baby and take care of. Y'all learning how to be bitches in today's times. Don't set yourself up to be no goon for no nigga. That's a nigga that take orders. You don't know that? You take orders from the boss. That part. Be a solid motherfucker. Learn how to make some money in this life because you're going to be fucking people. You're going to be having kids. And so before you get to that, you learn how to make some bread in this motherfucking life, or at least learn a perspective of things. Or you gonna fall into the following clouds, you're gonna be a fucking bozo. Having moments where you good, and then a bunch of moments where you fucked up. Borrowing from niggas. So, grasp what I'm talking about. It's a deep, deep, cold-blooded thing. Now, I'm going to come back later on and do this Malik Al-Moat video. I want to discuss astrology, necrosis, which has to do with necromancy. This being your ancient divination practice, you know, where they speak to the dead and get their wisdom of the future and things to come. So this is what astrology truly is about. Meaning in today, y'all have astrology confused with astronomy. But in the past, astrology had to do with necromancy. And necromancy being what I said, dead souls thing. And so that has to do with necrosis. I mean, in this world we live in is a body. And so self-sacrifice is that. You know, spirits of the dead thing is that. Necrosis. And so I want to explain that to you guys, as well as explain why they were sacrificing their babies to Moloch. Some of you guys may have wisdom of that, and the Bible it speaks on that, you know, the child sacrifice to that god Moloch, MLK. So you still have those sites up now. They're like national attractions over in the Middle East area, and they have inscriptions MLK. That's for, you know, Moloch, or as they say in Islam, Malak. The Malak are the angels. Of course, when you speak in angels or demons, you're speaking of the dead. And so, Malak al-Maut, you can say he's the angel over the hellfire. And so, in the early world, they're sacrificing the kids to Moloch, or Malak al-Maut, for that reason. Meaning death is new, so I guess they figure if they feed death, it won't come from for them. Like, sacrifice to death, it won't get us. And so, I don't want to say their belief in that is wrong. It's right. If you understand the biology of a body, when a body is forming, you have apoptosis happening and necrosis. This is cells being killed to help develop the immune system or the central nervous system, which is that spine. And so cells are being killed to make that spine in your own physical body in its beginnings. And so our world is a body. And so when that's happening in the past, you get it? Meaning they false beliefs. So it helps to add to the souls in the spine. Like I said, the spirits in the spine. Where's the book at? show. If you have this book, or at least some of the understanding I've been giving y'all about the spirits and the spine, meaning the dead souls is in our spine. They call immune system cells to scientists. But these is just the cells that died in the body. And so now they in the halls of a mentee. Or that pathway, that being the spine. And so cells dying in the beginnings of a world, which is the body, is normal in regards to that spine being built. The spine being built is important because this is your rising, setting sun. Meaning, when you wake up and go to sleep, you are a rising, setting sun or light in your church. All the smaller life within you, they see you that way, a rise and set. The same way we see the sun rising and set. That's just the spirit of the being that controls this body. It sees out. It doesn't deal with us. Just like you see out, you don't deal with your inner. And so, in the beginnings of a world, there is no sun. This is where you get your Book of the Dead and your Psalms. What is that called in the Bible? The Book of Psalms. And then in Egypt you have the Book of the Dead. Those books have to do with hymns to Osiris. Osiris being the sun, the rising, setting sun in the body. But like I said in the beginnings, there is no spine for, this sun to rise and set. This being the awareness of self. The awake in sleep of self. And so, of course, in the beginnings of a developing body, there is no awakeness. There's just unconsciousness. And so there's no sunlight in the beginning of the world. That comes later. And so this is what your netta, or your natures in life are doing. Sacrificing to those orders for the development of what y'all call a rising, setting sun, or Ra. So you got to make Ra rise. That's why they say like Osiris raised from the dead. Meaning sperm cell gets egg and then it dies. You get it? It's ripped apart. The chromosomes within it mix and merge with the chromosomes in the egg cell. You get it? And then, over time, that spirit starts coming back together, developing within that spinal chamber. In the beginnings, it's like, what is it called? Something groove. I forget the name. But it grows into a notochord. This is basically the spine. And so the development of that is a matter of that, meaning apoptosis. And so in real world, meaning on a larger scale, same orders is happening. So it's a deep thing. Hopefully y'all grasp. I'll come back and break all that down later and explain to y'all how astrology is fake. Because a lot of y'all be like, astrology is real. I use it to tell my seasons and stuff. Man made up those orders. The stars don't speak. That means a man, he chose to make the orders and word them and say what he want. The same way a man decided to say we got 7 days in a week. Ancient Egypt times, they had 10. You get my point? It's made the fuck up to bind your mind to a week. 7 days. And so it's sorcery. Everything y'all got is sorcery put on y'all. Y'all think y'all learning shit and doing some deep wisdom. The deep wisdom is that y'all stuck on that shit. That's what the sorcery is. It's like giving a kid a coloring book. He color all kind of art and it's beautiful, and that shit don't matter to the parent that gave him the book. That shit was to keep his ass busy. He give a fuck what he made with that. It's just to keep him stuck. That shit ain't gonna do nothing for him. That's how everything y'all learn is for y'all. It's a sorcery to keep you stuck. You think you teaching people astrology, you stuck. You can't tell nobody they fucking future. That shit's not real. Somebody mixed astronomy, which is real, with biology. Try to say like, I'm going to tell this person, they future, or they season, they time. They usually use the birth chart, but the birth chart's fake. Meaning, whatever month and day you was born is made up days. Show me where in life it's say January, February, March, that part. You see how y'all so lost in life? Y'all forget the difference between made up orders and what is just in life. That part. And so, y'all need real awakening. It's a deep thing. Peace and wisdom to the good, lovely spirit that gave back. I appreciate you. Ranchi Juice, I appreciate that, brother. I hope you're a brother. If you're not, I apologize. And everyone else that gave back that I might have missed. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask before I slide out of here. Like I said, I may come back this evening around 11 o'clock. If you want to get access to private content that I have, you can join the channel. So you should see join next to subscribe in blue. Click it. There's a few options. You can pick one. Of course, if you want to purchase any of my magazines, they're on sale. I extended it. So you can get the magazines to March 8th for $1 still. Of course, the sperm is the spirits in the spine is not included, but that one is cheaper. Oh, good looking out, Shamika. I know who you are. Peace and wisdom. So, yeah, visit wiseservant.org. Of course, I believe in balance. So when you get a chance, if you clock in here and you learn deep things, please give back. You know, wiseservant.org, paypal.me/solidsolari, or cash.app /$ the real solace. I have a Venmo too, but I don't remember it. But if you click the description, it's all there. Now, Anu Sun Fo said, "What do you think of sun gazing?" Nothing. Why are you gazing at the sun for? Meaning, start there. Stop asking me stupid stuff y'all hear. Ask me what you know that you need clarity on. This is what's happening in the daytime. Y'all like becoming too stupid. Don't take offense. There's no other word for that. You get it? For like stupid acts. There's no other word. That's why stupid's a word for a reason. And so you're gonna hear shit non-stop in life. Focus on what you know that you having trouble grasping. Not every dumb stupid thing you hear. And so if you think gazing at the sun is going to do something for you, you a kid. That's all I can tell you. If you don't feel the pain in your forehead when you gazing at the sun, you stupid. You get it? That's what I mean. Like, y'all in them times where y'all play stupid games with yourselves, like niggas ain't been wearing sunglasses all this time for nothing. Say what you think about sun gazing. I think it make your fucking forehead hurt. You don't know that already? How many summers do y'all got to go through? Oh my god. That shit be disturbing me. This should not, you shouldn't, nobody should get that done. You experience, y'all laughing, but y'all experience life. How can somebody come tell you some stupid shit and you live? When you like, sunlight is good in the morning. This is good for your vitamin D. Afternoon, meaning when the sun passes noon, you talking about your cancerous energies coming out of it. So you in the sunlight too much after in the afternoon times, from afternoon to evening. That's dangerous light. You want to catch the sun when it's coming up in the morning. It's your 33rd degree parallel wisdom. I think I have something discussing that on the private part of my channel. So y'all can join if y'all choose. But you don't need to gaze at the sun and all this stupid shit. You a smaller version of the sun within your own self already. And so whatever you seeking outside of this world, you don't need to. It's already within self. You just need to learn how to compensate self as opposed to taking away from self. You get it? You looking for medicine to heal you? You already heal yourself naturally. You learned that as a child when you scraped your knee and it healed. Or you caught a cold and you got better. You could have gave all the praise to the Vaseline your mama put on your leg, the cocoa butter, the Tylenol she gave you, whatever you chose. But you know, like I know, you was going to heal regardless. Because there's been times you scraped your knee and it still healed the same way. Just a little ashier. You had a cold and didn't have medicine and it heals like anybody else's. And so in that, you know, I already have a healing mechanism within myself. I don't have to do nothing. But make sure my healing mechanism is up to par. Y'all don't focus on that understanding. Y'all focus on the foolish outside things that make y'all imbalanced. It takes away from y'all healing mechanism. It's like a crutch. If you walking on a crutch, you taking away from your legs. Use your legs. That part. If you using outer meds as a crutch, you're going to take away from your natural healing abilities. And so, like I said, y'all are sunlight within self. Learn self. Learn, true health, which starts with understanding yourself. Understanding smell, meaning sickness starts at smell and sound, or smell and word, sound and word being the same. Meaning life manifests up, the building blocks of life. Start at your unseen levels, this being word and smell. If you lost, word and smell has to do with air, meaning they one and the same. My words are air, and whatever you smelling is in the air, you did? And so these are matters of the air. Word and smell. This is where sickness starts. Meaning, within those airs, whether it be sound or smell, you have the atomic life within it. Your hydrogen, your carbon atoms, your oxygen atoms coming together, manifesting substance. Within that substance, you're going to have the smaller agents. This is either your virus, your disease, whatever. Like mucus. You have the smaller agents in it. And so grasp. The words y'all speak, the words y'all hear, the smells y'all smell, grasp. Is creating the sickness or the health within self. Whether you want to grasp that or not. And so, take a time out. Get some of the magazines, look over them. They have a lot of that kind of wisdom in them. Images to go with it. A lot of biology on the body. That's what y'all have to learn. Wisdom of self. So like this book, many people have seen this ancient Egyptian image before, but they don't realize that's the inner body. That's that. See? That's the central brain, Ra. Central brain. This is the rising, setting conscious. And so, try to grasp. Why are you laughing so much, Larry Johnson? And so, kind of grasp. You have your deep understanding there, meaning this is your hip bones. Are those two angels, or netta, are supposed to be your hip bones. It's the sacrum, your spine, like I said, central brain. And so you got hella deep wisdom in these books. Why are you laughing, Larry Johnson? I'm not going to ask you again, champ. You too old to be acting stupid in here. Like I said, what happens when you look at the moon? Stop sniffing yayo, bro. Some of y'all too old to be goofy. If you young and goofy, this is cool. If you were old bozo, I don't know why you would think. You get it? Snap out that stupid shit, man. I ain't got time for that. You niggas didn't play enough when y'all was kids. I guess this the get scared part. But hopefully y'all grasp deep wisdom. Visit the website. If y'all have any questions, ask for. I slide out. About to give me some peanut punch. Y'all know me. Y'all know my thing. I don't need me some peanut punch, baby. This is a deep thing, Bring myself down. Now, when y'all go get yourself re-stupid after this video, or nothing that was said in this video, strike a chord in you where you decide, yeah, I think it's time I start to come together and do something. Grasp. Don't complain about anything in life. Whatever problems you have, so they self-brought on. Because y'all have opportunities to change things, but no merit. So, wise solace here. All praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom.